Hey, what's up? So this video is about 5 tools that can help you make lasting impressions and connections. Communication is one of the biggest soft skills that you need to possess in order to be successful in basically everything. Let it be personal relationships, or to find a job, or to perform really well in an interview. It doesn't end there. Once you get a job, you need to have really good communication skills to put across your ideas, to work with other people. It's these personal relationships that you build that are going to determine how well you're going to do in your career. Not so long ago, I wrote a newsletter on LinkedIn, which was called How to Make Lasting Impressions and Connections. I'm going to drop a link below in the description if anybody wants to read the newsletter. One of the first biggest tool that will help you become really good at communication is empathy. Empathy is not a very easy tool to equip yourself with. It can definitely be something that you can practice and get better as you keep practicing it. Empathy is basically trying to understand what the other person is going through, trying to look at the situation from their perspective, and always make sure that you really listen to what they're saying. When we are speaking to somebody, we are trying to come up with a reply as soon as possible. We're thinking of what to say to them even when they're speaking, and I think that we should try to practice not to do that. And when somebody else is speaking, we got to practice listening, and by listening I mean actually listening with no thoughts going on in our heads, so that when we actually reply, we know where the person is coming from, what they're trying to communicate. We make sure they understand that we've listened to them, we've understood them completely, and then we respond. Which leads to my second tool: ask plenty of questions. One of the biggest mistakes that I used to make when I was speaking with other people is to immediately respond once they were done talking. Now, this can be a mistake because to fully understand why somebody is saying something, to fully understand the situation, the context, it is vital to ask questions. So I've made it a practice to usually ask more questions to understand the situation completely, or to understand the person completely. By asking questions, you make the other person feel important as well. They think that you really care about the situation, or they understand that you actually listen to them with open ears. In that way, questions can really help you to have deep conversations, and it can put you across as a genuine person who's really interested in having good relationships. Third tool is small talk. Although I'm not a huge fan of small talk when it comes to personal relationships, when you're in a professional setting, or if you are working in a group of people or in a team that you see and meet every day, it is necessary to have some level of small talk, or else it's going to become very robotic. As in, if all you did was speak about work or your projects or your KPIs, it's not going to look really good. This is why some amount of small talk is essential, especially in a workplace. Or let's say you're having an interview with the same person for the second or third time. Establishing some level of small talk is going to help you feel a bit comfortable speaking with them, and it makes them feel comfortable to speak to you as well. Because small talk can help to make the other person think that they are also being treated as human beings. And who knows, maybe this small talk can actually lead to you forming friendships even out of work, and probably find a friend in all of it. Fourth tool is being yourself. A lot of us, when we start a new position as a team leader or a graduate engineer or any sort of position, we try to enact what that position wants us to be like, and we end up wearing this fake persona or a fake character that we try to live up to. We always try to be formal, we try to put on an act which can come across as a fake personality that you're trying hard to pull off. So being yourself puts a genuine front to your personality. What you could do is you could practice being yourself, and also try to keep in mind that you're in a professional setting, and to make sure that you never exceed certain boundaries, like make a really bad joke that is going to offend somebody. Like the first tool, being yourself and honing yourself to be perfectly suitable for any situation is going to take a lot of practice. By being yourself, the other people that are involved with you also are encouraged to be themselves, which is going to go a long way in getting stuff done and working together. Final tool is having a good random access memory. Now, a random access memory is an analogy for remembering the little things. So for example, if somebody tells you that they are going to a pub over the weekend, or if they're going on holiday, when they're back, make it a point to ask them how their weekend was, or how their holiday was, or if somebody asked you to remind them of something, make sure that you remind them of something. Always keep your promises. In case you forgot what exactly they said, you can always ask a question and say, hey, how did the thing go yesterday? I forgot what it was, but did you have fun? Always have a good random access memory. Make sure to ask questions about something that you previously spoke about, which is a very good indicator for the other person, and the other person feels important and cared for, which goes a really long way in making lasting impressions and connections. So if you'd like to read the original newsletter, it's linked down in the description below. That's it for this video. I hope you found at least one of these tools useful. Good luck with developing your communication skills. And like always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And there's a list of all my socials on my YouTube channel. Feel free to connect with me and let's have a conversation. Thank you for your time. Peace.